Have you ever typed out an email, hit send, and then just stared at your screen wondering, where does it actually go? At first glance, it seems instant, like magic. One moment it's on your device, the next it's sitting in someone else's inbox. But behind that simplicity lies a fascinating digital journey full of hidden steps, security checks, and invisible pathways. Every email you send travels through a complex network of servers, protocols, and data packets, all working together in a carefully orchestrated process that most of us never notice. Today we're going to explore this hidden adventure from start to finish. By the end of this video, you'll finally understand what happens when you send an email and why it's far more than just pressing a button. All of this explained right here on History of Simple Things. Sending an email starts with you typing it out. But there's more going on than just writing a message. When you hit send, your email isn't just text floating through cyberspace. It's converted into a digital package called a message packet. This packet contains your message, the recipient's email address, subject line, attachments, and some hidden information called metadata, like the time it was sent and the path it will take. Think of it like a letter in a mailbox, but this letter comes with instructions on exactly how it should travel. Even before leaving your device, your email client, whether it's Gmail, Outlook, or Apple Mail, prepares it for its journey. It checks that everything is in order, the email address is valid, attachments aren't too big, and formatting is correct. If something is off, it'll stop you and let you fix it. So the moment you press send, your email is already on the path to becoming a digital traveler. Once your email is ready, it doesn't just fly straight to your recipient. It first goes through a server using a protocol called SMTP, which stands for Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. You can think of SMTP as the post office of the digital world. It receives your email, figures out where it needs to go, and starts moving it along. The SMTP server checks the domain of the recipient's address. For example, if you're sending an email to someone at gmail.com, it recognizes it needs to go through Gmail's servers. Then your email is packaged into smaller units called data packets, which are sent across the internet. These packets can take different routes, hopping from server to server, just like a road trip with multiple stops along the way. This process happens incredibly fast, usually in just a few seconds. Here's where it gets really interesting. Your email travels across the internet, hopping between servers in what's called store and forward technology. Each server stores your email temporarily and forwards it closer to its destination. This ensures that if one path is blocked or a server is busy, your email can take a detour and still reach its destination safely. During this journey, your email also goes through various security checks. Servers may scan for viruses, malware, or spam-like behavior. Think of it like airport security for your email. It ensures that your digital message is safe for your recipient. At this point, even though your email seems instant, there's a complex system of routing, checks, and transfers happening behind the scenes. Finally, your email reaches the recipient's email server. Here, protocols like POP3 or IMAP take over. POP3, Post Office Protocol, downloads the email to the recipient's device, removing it from the server, while IMAP, Internet Message Access Protocol, keeps it stored on the server so it can be accessed from multiple devices. This is the stage where your email waits in the recipient's inbox, ready to be opened. The server organizes it, flags it as important if necessary, and places it alongside other emails. Meanwhile, spam filters might check it again, deciding whether it belongs in the inbox or the dreaded spam folder. Even though it looks simple on the surface, just a message waiting to be read, it's actually the result of multiple coordinated systems working seamlessly together. When your recipient finally opens the email, the magic of rendering happens. Their email client reads the message packets, decodes them, and displays the email in a readable format, complete with text, images, and attachments. This decoding ensures that your carefully formatted email looks the same on their screen as it did on yours. If the email contains images hosted on external servers, the client fetches those separately. Attachments are downloaded from the server, not embedded directly in the email, which is why large files can sometimes take longer to open. Every time your recipient opens your email, the email client might send a tiny signal back to the server, letting it know the message has been read. So even opening an email is more than just clicking. It's part of a hidden digital handshake happening behind the scenes. Of course, not every email reaches its destination. Sometimes emails bounce back due to incorrect addresses, server errors, or spam filters rejecting the message. This is called a bounce back or a failed delivery notice. Other times, emails may get delayed if servers are busy or experiencing issues. In rare cases, a poorly configured server or network outage can cause emails to get lost in cyberspace temporarily. Despite the complexity, modern email systems are remarkably reliable. Millions of emails travel this intricate path every second, often unnoticed by users. Understanding the journey helps explain why patience is sometimes required when a message doesn't arrive instantly. So the next time you hit send, remember, your email isn't just disappearing into the void. It's carefully packaged, checked, and routed across multiple servers, following protocols, security checks, and digital highways to reach your recipient safely. From the moment you type your message to the instant it appears in someone else's inbox, your email takes a fascinating journey through the invisible infrastructure of the Internet. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.